Josh here, and today I'm working on a 1995 Seadoo XP800. Sometimes these are referred to as an X4. This ski hasn't run since last year when the bolts that hold the magnet onto the flywheel sheared off, sending the magnet into the stator section, ruining the stator, which made it so it didn't run anymore. I was able to get a new stator and magnet off of the donor engine that I got from Jacob from those scrapped Seadoos he did a while ago. I've got those parts already installed on the engine, and now I'm about to do the carbs. I went ahead and grabbed the carbs off of the junk motor I got from Jacob because they were in better condition than the carburetors I had for this engine already. Right now what I'm going to do is go ahead and do a full cleaning and full rebuild kit on these carburetors so I can make sure that they're going to work properly. For these, I only will use the real, genuine Mikuni rebuild kits. I've had problems with other ones, so for me, on these, it's only the Mikuni kits. Alright, just writing down the jet sizes and the amount of turns the screws are on these carburetors. That way I'll have a point of reference when I go to do some carb tuning in the future on this thing. But now that the carbs are all rebuilt, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the engine. Then we'll get the engine put back in the ski. As I've been installing the engine, there's one thing that's really been driving me nuts. And I can't believe this wasn't the first thing I did before I even started working on this ski. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that right now. Now that it's all cleaned up, it is looking quite a bit better, and it's a lot easier for me to want to work on it. Now I can move on to finishing up the repairs on this machine.
I've encountered a little bit of a setback with the Seadoo XP800, and everything was going along pretty well, except I found this issue with the trim setup. And on a lot of these older Seadoos, the trim doesn't work. And this is the trim motor out of it, and what happens is the motors inside, they get rusty and they just stop working. So I knew that it was bad on this one already, so I grabbed the motor off of one of the Seadoos that Jason parted out to build the 787HX. So I grabbed one of those. This one is good, but back in here I could see that the rod for it was bent, the bellows were destroyed, and the nut was cracked. So I had to remove the jet pump unit to get all that stuff out so I could get this unit out of the ski. So essentially what we have is I can rebuild it with the new motor to make it work correctly, but I do need to get a new bellows because it goes right here, and it's what actually seals the water from going into the unit and into your ski, and also wrecking your motor. So I do need to get that bellows replaced. So I have ordered that part, but I am going to put some of this stuff back together, and I'm going to start this thing up, and we're going to see how it runs.
Got enough of this thing put back together to start it up. Went to try and start it up, pushed the button to start it, and absolutely nothing happened. And much to no one's surprise, the good old-fashioned, not so trusty Seadoo starter is bad. So I had to wait a few days for a new starter to show up. Got a new one of those. Gonna pop it in here real quick, and then we'll fire this thing up. I've gotten the last parts and bits that I need to put this thing all the way back together. Now I just gotta button this thing up, and then I can take it out on the water. Go ahead and drop a like on this video if you appreciate all the work that went into bringing this project back to life, or if you appreciate all the hard work that went into putting together a video for you guys to watch. I got this thing all put back together and it's ready to ride, but I'm going to save that for the next video. I look forward to hanging out with you guys in the next video, but that's going to do it for this one, and I will see you in the next one.